Going uphill, all looks good for an auto. There's a roll. Units to Discovery, roll program. Roger, roll Discovery.
Discovery would not visit Mir again until June 1998 on mission STS-91. On that flight, more than 3 years after its initial rendezvous, Discovery would make its first docking to the complex, but would be the last shuttle to visit Mir.
Congratulations on an outstanding rendezvous and historical ninth docking with Mir. It was beautiful to watch from down here. You have a very light touch. We really enjoyed the whole thing. Congratulations.
As Discovery undocked, the Shuttle Mir program, which had seen 9 shuttle missions docked to the complex, ended, setting the stage for the start of the assembly of the International Space Station.
And liftoff of Discovery with a crew of 6 astronaut heroes and 1 American legend.
The October 1998 flight of Discovery on STS-95 was primarily a mission to conduct life science experiments. But all eyes were on 77-year-old astronaut and U.S. Senator John Glenn, who in 1962 became the first American to orbit the Earth. Glenn was a member of the crew and a test subject for a host of experiments that studied aging. Glenn's spaceflight on STS-95 made him the oldest person to fly in space.
Hello, Houston. This is PS2, and they let me get sprung out of the middeck for a little while. We're just going by Hawaii, and that is absolutely gorgeous. The best part is do a trite old statement, 0G, and I feel fine.
2 years later, on October 11, 2000, a magnificent night launch by Discovery, accented by a full moon, marked the historic 100th flight of the Space Shuttle program. STS-92 was a 12-day mission to the fledgling International Space Station. Discovery's crew completed 4 spacewalks to install the Z-1 truss and the Pressurized Mating Adapter 3, or PMA-3. Z-1 was eventually used as a temporary location for the station's first set of solar arrays. PMA-3 also would provide an available port for future dockings. In February 2003, the world again mourned as the shuttle Columbia and her 7 crew members were lost during re-entry. America resolved to continue the shuttle program and again improve the safety of flight. And NASA again turned to Discovery to return the nation to space on mission STS-114, commanded by Eileen Collins.
Discovery Launch Director.
Discovery here, go ahead.
Okay, Eileen, our long wait may be over. And so on behalf of the many millions of people who believe so deeply in what we do, good luck, Godspeed, and have a little fun up there.
Thanks to you, to the launch team, and to everybody in the shuttle program. The crew is go for launch.
And liftoff of Space Shuttle Discovery, beginning America's new journey.
The STS-114 mission to the International Space Station included new procedures to ensure the shuttle heat shield would be in good condition for the trip home. Among them, a first-of-its-kind backflip as Discovery approached the station to enable the station crew to capture high-resolution imagery of the shuttle's heat shield. The crew conducted 3 spacewalks. On one of those EVAs, astronaut Steve Robinson made the first repair to the exterior of a spacecraft in flight, removing 2 gap fillers which were protruding in between some of Discovery's thermal tiles. Experts were concerned that the protruding material could have affected heat flow over the thermal shield during the return home. NASA's final mission of 2006 was expected to be one of its most challenging. Discovery's STS-116 flight to the International Space Station called for the installation of the P5 truss segment and a major overhaul of the station's electrical power system. Problems arose while retracting one of the station's solar arrays, which was to be relocated on a future flight. During the retraction, the array snagged. During 2 spacewalks, astronauts Bob Kerbeam, Sonny Williams, and Christer Fugelsang assisted in the retraction by hand using a combination of techniques. The troubleshooting worked, and the solar array was folded. During the work, Kerbeam became the first person to complete 4 spacewalks during a single mission. In October 2007, Discovery headed back to the space station. STS-120 marked the first time that two female commanders were in space together, Discovery Commander Pam Melroy and Station Commander Peggy Whitson, the first woman to command the space station. The mission included installation of the Harmony module on the station and relocation of the truss and solar array that had been folded on STS-116. The 105-foot-long solar array tore while unfurling. After studying the situation, Mission Control devised a solution which called for the crew to make cufflink-type devices out of wire straps to mend and stabilize the array. Scott Parazinski and Doug Wheelock installed the devices, and the array was deployed.
We've got deployed discretes, 2 deployed discretes.
Hey! All right. Beautiful. Great news. Beautiful. What an accomplishment.
Nice teamwork.
The 15-day mission was Discovery's longest. On STS-124 in May 2008, Discovery headed back to the station to deliver the centerpiece of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency's experiment laboratory, Kibo, which means hope in Japanese. STS-124 was the second of 3 shuttle flights to deliver elements of Kibo, the station's largest laboratory. JAXA astronaut Aki Hoshide and NASA astronaut Karen Nyberg installed the module and also became the first to float into it after its hatch was opened. In March 2009, Discovery traveled to the station on mission STS-119. The flight installed the final set of solar arrays for the complex, bringing it to full power capability. When its flights are completed, 180 people will have flown aboard Discovery. The fleet leader will have flown almost 150 million miles. The journeys of Discovery enabled humanity to see the farthest reaches of the universe and to peer deep inside the indomitable human spirit.